It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
And the question is, are you ready for some football?
It's the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks
on Monday night.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field.
Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Seattle.
Free kick out of bounds.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's got some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Back to Walker on first down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A first carry of the ball game for DJ Dallas.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On first down, it's Smith. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw is Smith. Being chased out left. This is the tight end fan. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they had a great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
On 2nd and 10. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing, Jones. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And it's fielded at the 34. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
A run by Dallas to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Dallas. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now Gino on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league. And we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
And look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. It's caught, block it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Myers' kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Hey, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks are away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. The kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now Jones. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Smith. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Smith.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Nothing is the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Smith. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. They juked him. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith now to throw.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker
from 17 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
from the 29. Jones.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. After the interception, here's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
To the right side, this is Walker.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Out of the gun, Smith. Now he's flushed out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, for incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 23-point deficit.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss to Walker. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith to the right side and complete to Metcalf.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On 1st and 10, Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Smith.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Geno now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing again is Smith. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, is continuing to swell here in the first half.
It was interesting when we talked to them prior to the game. They told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games. And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Second and 8.
Back to throw. Jones. He finds him again. Saquon Barkley. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
25 yards that time. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
From the 10. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing, Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Throwing on third down, Smith. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That strategy there, getting a 3rd down, they just said, we got faith in the tackle. Just give me the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Smith. This is the tight end fan. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Now Geno. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Geno on first down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. And that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go, baby.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Jones. Eluding the press, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darrell Taylor drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Dances by him. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On the give, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Dallas, an inside handoff.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Toss left side for Walker.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Smith. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Throwing again. Jones. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's James. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And defense, they're blitzing here. Jones.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Madden. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
From his goal line here, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Once again, what we get it done every week.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Jones on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones.
He's got Bellinger. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw again. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Walker.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Smith now to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, Wagner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And going right back to Walker.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.